Can you hear me now, everyone? Ooh, okay. That's great. There was a problem earlier with my webcam, so I took the USB port. So I took the USB port out and then I connected it to another USB socket. So I think it wanted me to switch the settings. So yeah. Oh, so it's wonderful to absolutely wonderful to see all of you again. How's your Halloween been? Okay, everyone, let's see. That's good. You can all hear me now. All had a great Halloween. That's good to see. Before I actually did this stream, what I did was I actually watched some childhood Halloween special episodes of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends and also Billy and Mandy. Saw the Halloween special episodes of those. That was really, really nice to see. It really took me back to the days where when Cartoon Network would do these Halloween specials, it was such a special thing that they would do. Every episode. I really wanted to watch the Ed, and Eddie Halloween special, which was hilarious, but I haven't seen it for years. I need to try to track that down. So yeah, Halloween. I gotta say, when it's Halloween, people want to watch a lot of scary movies. I just want to watch Halloween specials from my childhood. To me, those are like the really special kind of like Halloween or seasonal episodes to watch. Because all these other movies like Home Alone or Nightmare Before Christmas or many other movies, we tend to have a knack of watching those throughout the year, so when it actually comes to Christmas, they don't feel as special. But these seasonal special episodes of like Billy and Mandy, or Powerpuff Girls, or Scooby-Doo, or whatever it is, or Courage the Cowardly Dog, whatever it is, they are always so much more special to watch because you tend to watch those special episodes during the occasion we're celebrating, whether it be Halloween or Christmas. So yeah, it was really nice to watch those. And now we will be watching Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, before we watch Nightmare Before Christmas, has everyone got their own copy ready? Whether it be on Disney Plus or their own copy of the movie? Big Bash says, I dressed up as Walter White in school. Hi, George Phillips. Cole, great to see you. Gregory, wonderful to see you. Sarah, lovely to see you as always. Fireboy, the G-Gamer. And by the way, before we actually continue, I just want to say, as I'm waiting for you to say if you've all got your copies of the movie ready, I would just let you know, because I said this on the last live stream. Oh man, Kevin has done a $2 super chat. I wasn't even expecting super chats. Let me take my book out. I didn't even think I was going to be doing that. Let me see here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Let's see, what was it? It was a $2 super chat. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. Jess says he's got his. Sarah, it's loveliest to see you, Eric. No, it's loveliest to see you. George Phillips says ready. Got it on Disney Plus. That's great. That's great. The Dark Lord says I'm working on it. That's good. Get it loaded up and we'll get it all synchronized so we all will hit play at the same time. That's what my goal is right here. So yeah, let's see. Kevin says Will Smith should watch an episode of Arthur hitting DW. Did that actually happen with the Arthur show? Because if it did, wow. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Kevin. Time Shadow, great to see you. Dark Lord, like I said, everyone, get your copies ready, so then we will all hit play at the same time. So get your copies of the movie ready, and we can all watch together. Fireboy says, just putting it on Disney Plus. Sarah goes, Time, how are you today? Who is she talking? Oh, she's talking about the Time Shadow. I thought she was like, Time? I thought that's what she was saying. Jess says, yes, and it was a risky episode of Arthur. So did that actually happen? Wow. Alright, it's absolutely great to see all of you again. Seriously, this is a very nice turn-up. We're going to have a lot of fun watching this, and you can, like I said, ask me questions about it. I'll tell you, give you some of my, what I thought about this movie. I'll tell you about some memory lane memories if they come up and everything. And yeah, Rohan says I'm putting it on Disney Plus too. That's great. Sarah says, I'm doing good. No bad things happened to me today. That's wonderful. And I was just going to say, let me bring it up here. Just like what I said last time, because some people did. Coraline came, I think, was in second place in the vote that we were doing. So just to let you guys know, like I said, the Coraline review, you can still donate through Streamlabs, which is in the description. You can still donate through Streamlabs in order to fill that bar by the end of this week, and if so, I will review Coraline. So yeah, that will be it's still on the table basically. So just letting you know, if that's something you also want to do whilst getting your questions answered, you can definitely do that. All right, now that I've made that clear, it's time to put not Elm Street, Nightmare Before Christmas back up. The Time Shadow says, "Man, we should do this more often. Watch along streams." Well, to tell you the truth, this stream, I was only going to do it for members at first, for people who hit the join button on YouTube, because I said I was going to be doing this for them. But then I thought, it's Halloween, this is more of a chilled, laid-back stream, so I thought, you know what? Why not? Why don't we just go ahead and all have a little moment here, a little community stream. So the future ones of this that I do, like I said, with Loki, which I'm going to be watching at some point, and everything, those will be for YouTube members only. So then these live streams will just be for them. So, but don't worry, it's the cheapest perk on my YouTube membership tariffs. That's basically the one you have to go with. It's only $5, and then we can try to do this one every week. That's my goal, like one every week or every other week. That's basically what my goal is going to be. So if you guys enjoy this, be sure to let me know, because I would love to do more of this. So enjoy this for that very reason. So this is going to be very nice. This is going to be, I'm already much more relaxed because I haven't got any news to cover. We're just going to be having a nice conversation about this, and watching this and having fun is what we're going to be doing. Okay then, so the Logman says, "Hey Eric, I'm back. It's great to see you too, Logman." The G Gamer says, "Will you be commenting during the movie, or are you going to say your thoughts at the end?" I will be commenting during the movie. I've got my headphones on, so I can't really hear myself. Even now, I can't really hear myself. So I'll hear everything in the movie, but you guys will hear me talk. So that way you'll get my thoughts on it, and I'll talk about what I think of the visuals, because interesting thing. Hang on. Oh, you're talking about Home Alone down there. You said the Donald Trump cameo. I was wondering what you're talking about. So in today's Let's Watch, we're going to be watching The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I actually have not seen this movie in its entirety for it's been probably 10-15 years. So for me, this will be like watching the movie again after such a long time. I've seen clips of the movie on movie reviews and things like that, or some adverts and stuff. But this will be like the first time I've been watching it since I was a lot younger. So this will be a really interesting watch. George Phillips has said that he has never seen it. Yes, The Time Shadow, there will be a Q&A at the end of the film. Sarah says, "I've only seen clips and scenes," but she's never watched it either. Wow, so this will be like a first time you guys will be watching it. Oh, that's actually very nice. I thought everyone here will have seen the movie at some point, but it's interesting that a lot of them haven't. So yeah, this will be like a first time for many people. Okay then. Now, one thing I'm going to ask for you guys to do is, if someone new pops into the stream and they say, "What runtime are we at?" I'd appreciate if you guys will all be in sync. So if you could say, put the runtime in the chat, that person will then know. That will be very helpful. So if someone says, "I just popped in, where are we in the movie?" Just tell them the runtime that we're in at the time. So that would be very helpful if you guys could do that. So anyway, I still have to figure out how to get the runtime done on the screen. When I figure that out, then, I'll be doing more of these. Oh, Lucky Brony says, "Have you heard the actor for Oogie Boogie is dead?" I have. That is tragic. That is. So this will hopefully be in in the spirit of that person. It will be. Yeah, Sarah says, "Oh no, yeah, that is sad to hear, but we'll talk about his performance. Everyone's performance in this was great. I'm not really a fan of musicals, but I did love The Nightmare Before Christmas as a kid. There's just something so special about it, and the movie is not overly long either. So yeah, I had so many great memories watching this movie as a kid, and I cannot wait to share those memories with you if they come to me, and also just watch this movie with you guys. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Big Bash says, will you react to super chats during the stream? I will. So, but like I said, it'll be easier if you did it through Streamlabs. That way, it'll pop up on my screen, and I'll be able to then know exactly that someone has left a comment. So I'd really prefer if you guys did it that way. That way I'll get notified. Otherwise, it'll be tricky for me to get notified. So, yeah. With that said, it's time to get ready to watch the movie. Sarah says, I love stop motion. It just takes so much time and costs so much money. And it takes so much effort. And, like, you gotta be incredibly patient to be able to pull something like that off. Alright then. Excuse me. Khan, we're not started yet, but we're about to. When I say 3, 2, 1, play, that's when we're going to start. So everyone, get your videos ready. Has everyone got their videos ready? George Phillips goes ready. Fireboy says yes. Sarah says, I really wanted a movie, so I probably won't be active in chat. You mean you really want to watch the movie? That's totally fine. She goes, Sarah's ready. She goes, yep, just say the word. You all seem to be ready. Layla, Bobby, the Dark Lord. The Dark Lord says, will we ever pause mid-film? And I'm ready. Right now, the idea is no. We're going to watch it all the way through, and you will hear some of my commentary. We've got 42 of you in the chat. That is perfect timing, because we are literally about to start this Let's Watch. So for anyone who's new in the chat, tell me if you're ready. If you're not, just say you're not ready yet, that you're loading your movie up. Because like I said, you need your own copy of the movie to join and partake in this. Supersonic says, all set. Sarah says, will there be an intermission? Okay, you know what? We'll do an intermission when the movie is... Should we do an intermission? This is something that I've not done. You know what? We'll just go all the way through without an intermission, and we'll pause it if I tell you to. If I say pause it, then I'll let you know. But we'll try not to. We'll try to watch the movie uninterrupted as soon as I hit play, so that way it'll be easier. Okay then, so... Lucky Brony, I will be trying to keep the video up after this. I'll try, yeah. But we'll see what I do. I'm also going to be recording a version for Patreon as well. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be recording a version for Patreon. So for those that have got the Let's Watch perk, they will also gain access to it there. Okay then, so... Okay then, I am really looking forward to this. Haven't seen the movie in years, as I said. So, without any further ado, let's get to watching. George Phillips says, my fingers are over the spacebar. That is great to hear. Alright, I'm going to count down, and I'm going to count down from 5. When I go down to 1, and I say, play, that's when we hit our spacebars. Okay? So, get your fingers ready. I'm about to load mine up right now. And I'm going to hit play in... Ooh, give me a second. Let me just see I've got all my software ready, so it's not going to cause us any problems. Yep, all looks like it's great. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. I've got the Disney logo loaded up right now. Yeah, George Phillips says logos. I've got the newer Disney logo popping up here. We haven't heard any of the movie soundtrack yet. You all got the logo, the newer Disney logo. That's all great. We've all got the same version of the movie. That's great. Here we go. Oh, that music brings so much memories back. I agree, Sarah. The director does deserve more credit. We're going right into the pumpkin now in the tree. Okay, this is the... Loved this song growing up. This intro song. I love the opening too, Fireboy. I love this song too. I still love the song too, Ethan's Drawings. Yes, George Phillips. Danny Elfman did do the soundtrack for this movie. And the songs. Yes, Sarah, isn't it? Beautiful stop motion. And they introduce you to all of these characters too. Sorry. This is one of my favorite bit. I love that reveal. Seriously, that was awesome. That opening is just as good as I remember it. That was wonderful. I really wish we could have... now I'd go back and see it again. Hi, Key Wayne. What, 5 minutes and 30 seconds into the movie? I love how expressive Jack Skellington is with the stop motion. You can just see how depressed and low he is. It really is good, isn't it, Sarah? His body language. This is when Tim Burton was at his peak. Just look at the set design. These are all models, but you can't even tell. For the untrained eye, you'd think this is just another animated movie. But they had to like move all these tiny little movements in every single frame. They had to meticulously craft all of these. I love this song. Tired of the same old thing. Eight minutes, Andrew. We're at the Jack Skellington song, Logman, 8:25, 8 minutes 26 seconds. Eight minutes 54 seconds. Logman. That was beautifully done. That song that Jack sang was amazing. That was actually Danny Elfman singing the songs as Jack. Seriously, that's one of my favorite songs of this whole movie. There's the obvious one coming up, but that's like one that's tied up right up there with What's This for me. Amazing song. Sarah, you still haven't heard the best song, what people consider to be the best song of the movie. It's coming. I always found that doctor to be so crazy and gross, especially with his head later. Yeah, Sarah, the relationship between Sally and the scientist is really weird, but there is a dark humor to it. I always found this bit funny when I was a kid. He's a two-faced mayor, is what this guy is. Man, imagine having to animate that with stop motion. Oh yeah, Big Bash, the suit part is funny as well. That's coming up in a bit. Man, it hurts my it hurts my brain so far in like this 10 minutes that we've been watching to just think how much work went into having to animate all the stop motion in this. It requires the utmost patience to be able to animate this amount of stop motion. But the results are so unique and beautiful. Oh, for those of you that have not seen it, and I know there are some of you that haven't in my audience, this scene is the most iconic of the movie that you're about to see. I love that instrumental music that plays. Here it comes. Here it comes. Yes, Big Bash, we're at the Christmas Town part. He's just about to sing right now. How was it queer to decorate a tree? Oh my god. Yeah, that is my favorite song of the movie. I love the one that came before, but that one, as soon as it's over, you want to listen to it again. It's amazing how the movie can go back and forth between the Christmas setting that we just saw and now the Halloween aesthetic that we're getting back in this town. See the way they mix like CGI here with stop motion animation. It's amazing. That I always found so gross when he starts picking his brain. Th- that is so sneaky. It's funny to think that in this kids movie, essentially, that they she just drugged someone. Milo. Big Bash, he's about to call a town meeting, is what Jack is gonna do. They're ringing the bell now. Town meeting. We got another song coming up here. You can hear such passion in Danny Elfman's voice as he's singing these songs. Again, all this stop motion they have to do. This is a lot of work. This is. Seriously, this movie is aged so well. Watching it after all these years, I'm still loving it just as much as I did when I was a kid, except now I appreciate more things about it because I know how much work went into putting it all together. It's a lot. Yeah, it is mind blowing that they managed to pull all this off with clay, Big Bash. I don't know, Sarah. It seems like she probably poisoned him a lot. He says this is the last time, so clearly he's annoyed about it. It's like he's not quite getting this whole Christmas thing. Yeah, we're past the town meeting, Big Bash. We're on the bit where Sally is making this drink that she's going to give to Jack. Like I said, I'll try to put the runtime on the screen next time. Okay, what we're about to see right now is actually kind of insane. What Sally is about to do. That's so messed up. How'd she get that rope up there? Okay, you're not supposed to question this, but when I got I am thinking now. I didn't think of this when I was younger, but now that I'm older, I'm thinking. So what? Is she psychic? Did she see the future or something? That's a bit weird. Anyway, this is another great song. This is like my third favorite song of the movie. It's like he's gone all crazy. Her and that scientist are so funny. Andrew edits were 34 minutes and 10 seconds in. These three. That was a thing back in the day where they would always put their fingers crossed behind their backs. You don't really see that now. Man, this music so perfectly encapsulates just the trickery of these three. That's the best part of their song that we just heard. This stuff that they say is actually surprisingly very barbaric and messed up. Holy shit. The stuff they say is so messed up. Oh, rest in peace to the actor. I always found this thing to be a little creepy when I was young. The way it moves is like some cockroach or insect. And the stop motion really helps to make it look like a moving insect. My god, all that dialogue. I never caught it when I was younger. But man, that dialogue is from them is so messed up what they'll do to Santa Claus. Like, chop him into bits. And all that stuff. Like, damn. I always found that a bit creepy how that thing was in that guitar. Looked like a Chucky doll in a way. A nutcracker. I remember the scene. Bunny. I love how aggravated Jack is to these three right now. What he does here was freaky as well. Some Igor-like character here. Oh, he actually calls him Igor as well. 35 days. So the Christmas part takes place 35 days later. I never knew that about this movie. That there's a big, like, sort of like time jump. Oh wow. Gunshot wounds with blood. That's I don't remember that. Man, the rhyming in this movie has been spot on in terms of the songs. Even when it doesn't rhyme, it sounds like it does. Interesting to think that they all make the presents for every possible person in the whole world in this little town. This is where the movie's Christmas imagery starts to come in, and the movie starts to blur the line between Halloween and Christmas. This was always creepy to me. How that person was just getting eaten by a freaking snake. There's his reindeer. Here we go. Well, it's taken them a long time to find Santa, hasn't it, those kids? Like his worst nightmare, this. It's funny how I keep saying make sure Santa Claus is comfortable, and he lets them throw him in a bag. I can't remember if she gets to use this or not. He does end up going, so maybe she doesn't. Ugh. This stuff is still gross to me. I never liked when he started picking his brain when I was younger. I still don't like it now either. Very true. Man, the every movement they want to do, they're really pulling it off with the stop motion. This is such a weird version of the boogeyman when you think about it, ain't it? Take care, Fireboy. I like these rhymes. Seriously, they're so seamless. And these three little shits. Yeah. Yeah, Santa does seem awfully composed in that scene, doesn't he? JWK, we're at the scene where Jack is about to go to deliver the presents, but Sally has put some green stuff in the water. Oh, great job, Sarah. Thank you. Their warped version of Christmas. She forgot to cut Zero's nose off. If possible, because he's a ghost. How did you get a premonition, though? Oh, this was another great song, this was. Oh man. Haven't. That took me back to watching the movie when I was a kid. Even this music as he's riding the reindeer is awesome. The music in this is phenomenal. Catherine O'Hara does the voice of Sally, and her singing voice is great. And Danny Elfman's singing voice as Jack is amazing as well. And that was beautifully done. And again, combine it with your nostalgia. Man, that was really good. Actually got my eyes burning a little, that did. That was so... That was amazing. Amazingly done. I wish that song went on for a bit longer. I can't help but think of Terrifier 3 now. I love how confused this kid is. It's like he doesn't know what to think. I remember that was so hilarious back in the day. That was so funny. How the heck are they watching through that? Oh shit, that snake. Do you notice how similar this music is to Batman Returns? That's something I've always noticed. I think it's because Danny Elfman was working on both of them when he was composing for these films. That's terrifying. Oh, that was also in Batman Returns. Jack in the Box. Don't they hear that they said they're going to deploy military on Jack? And they're all still cheering his people. This is quite an adult joke, which is funny because I remember when I was very, very little, I didn't understand that when I was very little watching this. So what, she's hopping on one foot or something? Notice how there's no addresses there. Well, what did they think when they said they're going to deploy military on him? Holy moly, I don't remember him doing that. Putting his jaw back in place. Oh, this was another great song. That was another great song. She didn't see that coming, did she? funny how loose he is, the boogeyman. Man. Plan B. Cowboy casinos. Dead cowboy casinos. Ooh. It's funny how Sandra's so nonchalant about all of this. No thanks to those three. I'm surprised Jack doesn't give them a good talking to. I love how his parents are passed out behind him, and he was still traumatized. Looks like we've jumped into Batman Returns, don't it? I love this song here as well. Let's listen. I just got goosebumps with that ending. Chills on my back. Well done, Henry Selick. You don't get the credit because it has said Tim Burton's name on the poster. But don't worry, I chose the poster on my stream here that does not have the Tim Burton's name on it. So, yeah, wow. That was... Oh, that really took me back down memory lane. Yeah, Sarah in the chat says, let's give a clap for Henry Selick. Yeah, definitely. The guy did an amazing job. He really did. That was... JWK in the chat has put it best. What a beautiful film. This really was a beautiful film. I love this film. It was so, so good. And watching it now as an adult, I still love it as much as I did when I was younger. Sarah says, wow, that movie was short. This was a short movie. It wasn't very long when you get down to it. But seriously, yeah, I've got, like, no complaints with this film. The only complaint I have is that maybe they could have done a bit more development here and there, like between Jack and Sally, because they do come together after very little scenes. But a lot of the complaints I have really does come down to complaints that we had with a lot of Tim Burton's movies back in the day, that they didn't have much development. They were very thin in terms of narrative and character, but the voice actors and the world building and the character design and just the design of the whole world in general kind of filled in those gaps, so we were just willing to go with it. And I'd say that still pretty much applies here. I very much enjoyed this movie. I absolutely loved it as a kid, and I absolutely love it now as an adult. And as an adult, you notice a lot more about the craft that goes into it, and just how long it took for them to use stop motion animation and all of this, and how wonderfully it all just turned out. So yeah, this was a beautiful movie. Holds up incredibly well after all these years. And now that Disney are trying to do more sequels, I wonder if they end up doing a sequel to this film. It wouldn't surprise me, seeing how their success for their newer properties has not been going down so well, so now they're trying to do more sequels, especially after Inside Out 2's big success. And we'll see how Moana 2 does, but maybe that will make them want to go down more sequels. But I really hope that they don't do a sequel with this particular movie. It's great on its own. I don't even think Tim Burton can follow up this well. Heck, I don't even think Danny Elfman can follow this up well, because Danny Elfman is not the same composer as he once was. But yeah, this was a phenomenal movie. I still give it to this day a 10 out of 10. I really do. I really just love it. And time goes by so quick. It just flew by. So yeah, what a fantastic film. But how about the rest of you? Be sure to let me know what you thought of this movie. And yeah, for me to return to this after like 10, 15 years and watch it the whole thing through again, it was one hell of a trip, and one that I was so glad to take, and I was even more glad to take it with you guys. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this watch along of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Be sure to let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below, and yeah, give me ideas for what other watch-alongs you want me to do, and I'll be sure to put some polls and votes out there for patrons and YouTube members so they can vote for what the next one will be. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch all of you very soon. Take care. Okay, everyone, now it's time for the Q&A. That whole thing where I said take care, that was a goodbye to the people that I'm going to be putting this up for on Patreon. This is time for the Q&A for you guys, though, who have joined the live stream. So, yeah, give me a second. Let me just stop the recording on this. And then you can start asking me questions. It's alright, Rohan, you don't have to say goodbye yet. Okay, let's just export this. While I'm exporting this file, I'll then chat to you guys. It's a huge file, this is. Eric, what is the best part of this movie in your opinion? The best part of this movie, in my opinion, is the song numbers. It's funny to hear that coming from me of all people, but seriously, I do love the song numbers in this. Give me a second. Let's export this. But yeah, the song numbers, dude. That seriously is what I love. I love the song numbers in this. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas. Video, and I'll call this movie. And yeah, I'll export that, and then I'll chat to you guys now. So, oh, Jess, I didn't even know you left. I was glancing at the chat, but at the same time, I was trying to watch and narrate about the movie. So yeah, we literally just finished watching the movie. Let's see what Sarah said here. The way they managed to make Oogie Boogie look floppy like a potato sack was amazing. Yeah, and the expression that came with him and the weight, because he moved around a little bit more weighty, that was very good. George Phillips says, I'm going to head out. Sorry, I've been missing the live streams lately. They're just a bit late for me, but take care, and I'm looking forward to your next video. Thanks very much, George. I'll try to get them done sooner, maybe, at some point. It's just hard to track down a time where all of you are around, but I'll try. But thank you very much for joining when you did, George. I really appreciate it. So what did the rest of you guys think of this movie? It's funny, because Disney actually did not want... what the creators of this movie did, because they knew Disney would not like it, is they showed them... They first worked on the What's This musical number, because they knew they could show that to Disney, and Disney would like it, because it's all this Christmas imagery and everything. And Disney did like it. They were very happy with it. So then they just basically left the guys who were making it to make the rest of the movie. Little did they know what the rest of the movie was going to look like. So when Disney saw it, they were like, what the heck? How are we supposed to advertise this? How are we supposed to release it? This is too dark for us. They didn't know what to do. So what they did then was they released it through their Touchstone Pictures studio. That's why this is not like a proper Disney movie, because Disney were afraid to release it. But then look at it. It just blew up in terms of popularity. And it's still popular to this day. So that's why, you know, that's a little interesting little trivia about this movie. JWK says, this movie was a 10 out of 10, but to understand the relationship between Jack and Sally, go play the video game The Pumpkin King. Okay, that's interesting. I'll consider it. I think I did emulate it on my Steam Deck once, but I didn't like it very much. I don't know if it was that game, but then I deleted it. Ethan's Drawing says, that was such a good film. It really was, wasn't it? It was a brilliant film. Really fantastic. So what did you guys think? Well, a lot of you said you liked it. So yeah, Sarah, what did you think? This was your first time. For those that have seen it for the first time, what did you think? The Dark Lord says, I had a blast with this. Easy 9 out of 10. Sally and Jack seemed a bit rushed, and I want more of this film. Yeah, you do want more. And when it's over, it's like you wish it could continue. Sarah says, it was amazing. The music was incredible. It really was. It's like, you know, I'm not really too much into musicals, but I love this one. I really do love it. My 3 favorite songs are the song with Jack. His Jack's Lament, I think it's called, when he's saying when he's singing the song in the graveyard. That was brilliant. That and What's This are like my 2 that I keep going back and forth on between what's my favorite song. But yeah, I'll say What's This, Jack in the cemetery at the beginning of the movie, and Sally's song when she's singing about Jack after he goes, you know, to like, spread Christmas joy, in his words. Those are my favorite song numbers in this movie. Sarah said, I loved Sally's song. I did too. My eyes actually burned. I don't know if you could see it through the live stream, but my eyes actually did burn when I saw that. It was just so beautifully done. It really was. That was phenomenal. Like, fantastic work was done on that. That means a lot, Jess, and I'm glad you found this live stream peaceful. I'm going to try to do more of these, but like I said, you're going to have to be a YouTube member in the future. I was actually going to make this a YouTube members only kind of like live stream for the watch along, but then I thought I would just treat all of you to this. So if you want to see these in the future, you're going to have to click the join button and join for do my first perk, which is the watch along membership on YouTube. Click that, and trust me, I'll be doing a lot more of these. And like I said, your support always goes a long way. This is basically my job, my YouTube channel, and I'm trying to make it a full-time thing. Right now, I'm not there yet, but your support will really go a long way in helping me do this continuously. And I plan to do one of these like every other week. That's my plan. And you can also see versions of this on my Patreon that have some footage from the movie in. And it will be for the perks on Patreon for you to see that. So there's various ways to see this. So yeah, be sure to click that join button and join the the watch along perks. Big Bash, I don't. This is actually my career that I'm trying to build. So this is basically what I'm doing and I'm spending my time on. So that's why I always say, like, donations always help, Patreons always help, and even YouTube joining on YouTube memberships will all help. That's why I always try to push for that, because, like I said, it really does help keep the channel going. And a lot of you are so generous to do so thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now, I'm going to do 5 more minutes, then I have to head off. So, 5 more minutes. If you have any questions, and again, any Streamlabs chats or Super Chats, whatever it is that you have. Again, just as a reminder, this is still going until the end of the week, so if this goes all the way, you'll get a Coraline review as well. So, and like I said, any donations, they always help towards keeping the channel going and helping me do this full time. JWK says, I'm gonna head out. Happy Halloween, Eric. Happy Halloween to you too, buddy, and thanks for joining. I had an absolute blast with you guys watching this film. Neoma says, for next year, you should do Coraline. Maybe. Sarah says, who was my favorite character? That's a good question. My favorite character is, I think it is Jack. Jack is still my favorite character. Yeah, I love what he does. And it's interesting, there's 2 different performers. When Jack is not singing, they got a different voice actor. And when Jack is singing, they've got Danny Elfman. So, yeah, the little interesting little tidbits right there. Who voiced Jack, says Big Bash. Let me see. I remember his name. Was it, Jack? It was the guy from the Hard Way, movie. With Michael J. Fox. Chris Sarandon. They originally had Danny Elfman do the whole voice, for Jack, but then they got a different actor to come in, because apparently it didn't work, because, Danny Elfman is a singer, but he's not a voice actor. Sarah says they do a lot in movies. Yeah. Chris Sanderson. Jess says, Eric, it would be nice to do a Home Alone watch-along, but not the crappy Disney Plus remake with that imposter of a family. Yeah. Like I said, you guys can all do your votes, and it will be the votes will be taking place for YouTube members and for Patreon members. So, like I said, getting into that will definitely make sure that you can vote for what ones we do in the future. Sarah says, like Lion King, singing voice for Simba is different than his normal voice. Yeah, they do that a lot. Yeah, but Danny Elfman apparently wasn't told about it, and I think Tim Burton didn't tell him. I think someone else told him, and I think he was hurt by that. Has been hotel date for the pilot. Yes, that's the thing that is done. So, everyone, I think I'm going to sign off now. It's 11:45. I wasn't planning on doing a stream today, but I am quite tired, and I want to get some rest, and I've got some work to do still. Let's read this last one from Sarah, unless, like I said, Super Chats or Streamlabs chats. I always stick around for those no matter what I say if I'm going to end. Let's see, Sarah says, I love how unhinged Jack was. Really shocked me since at the start he gave me the impression he was calm and reasonable, but I loved when he proved me wrong because he is the Pumpkin King. Yeah, he was quite... He wasn't, I would say, as unhinged as he was a bit delusional. Like, he kind of thought he was making Christmas the better way, or his way, but he didn't do it the way that everyone else wanted. He didn't really think about it that way. He didn't quite understand Christmas, but he did understand that he did it wrong, and he was even thinking, what have I done? Like, he even said that. So, yeah, guys, I love this movie. I loved even more watching it with you guys and sharing the experience of watching it again after, like, these last, 15 years. So it truly was wonderful to watch this movie again and with you guys. So thank you very, very much, everyone. I'm going to go get some rest now and get some more work done as well. But it was absolutely wonderful to see you guys again. So thank you very much, everyone. And I'll catch all of you very soon again. Take care.